Gene passed away before I actually got to meet him. Pat got to meet him, but I never did. I got to meet Ole after ECW, and that was probably one of the most miserable experiences of my life was meeting Ole. He was very bitter. Meeting Arn was really cool. Arn's always treated me with great respect. I've met him. I got to meet Arn finally when I was at WWE when I signed with the rebrand of ECW. And Arn's always been total class act. I saw Arn again not too long ago at the WrestleCade event here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, that I always attend. And I hadn't seen Arn in years. And we picked right back up, was talking, and, he had put me over on his podcast about being an Anderson, talking about work that definitely deserves to be an Anderson and things like that. And it was just very humbling to hear Arn speak highly of me like that.
When you first met Arn Anderson and guys like that were come from the Anderson name, did they know, like, obviously when meeting you, that obviously you having that name had set a higher standard, or were they like, the person who trained you and gave you the name Anderson, was that like a legit thing, or is that something that he sort of was trying to work you a little bit?
And that was legit. And the one thing was I couldn't job the name out. I had to show it with respect. Had to grow a beard. I had a goatee at the time. I couldn't job the name out. I had to be respectful and work that Anderson style, because I couldn't just be any jackass with that name, because it was a total respect thing getting that name. And Arn has said several times that I definitely have earned that respect to carry that Anderson name, which is again humbling hearing that from him. Because my entire career I've gotten played on from people saying you're not a real Anderson. Well, shit, none of them are. Gene's legitimate. None of them are really an Anderson, and I get it because Arn and Ole carry that Anderson name, but I've done a damn good job myself carrying it. Even though my style's a little bit different, it is modeled after Arn's, and a lot of Bobby